There we go. Oop, up a little bit. Hi there. Good afternoon, good evening, good afternoon, morning, wherever you are. Hi, I'm Doc Skinner. And it's I thought Tuesday. It's actually Wednesday. So April 1st and Monday and all that. I goofed and so I missed yesterday. And so it kind of messed up the schedule for today. And so we will be having Jeff Harmon on the 16th at 3 o'clock here on the Doc Skinner podcast. So it was my bad. I've been my computer's being held hostage, doing a lot of editing right now, and I've been stuck trying to get a project done. So my apologies. He will be joining us, like I said, on the 16th, along with Tom Reed. Tom Reed will be here as well. So how do you do all? I'm Doc Skinner, and I'm the guy that kind of creates weird stuff and events and puts things together. And so this year, doing a series of events, individual events, weekends in May and June, where we'll have speakers come and they'll spend basically the weekend with you. And you'll be able to, sit down and have conversations, pick their brains, all on a beautiful 40-acre ranch here in Northeast Arizona, but in the beautiful White Mountains. And so it's an experience of a lifetime. I have this saying on the website, which I'll show here in just a little bit. I'm like, there we go. I wasn't worried if you guys were looking at my nose or super zoom. Anyway, so if you don't know what I'm talking about, it's the first time you've seen me or seen me lately, then it is called, I'll let you know what it is. It's called Disclosure Experience 2025. And let me pull up the little website. The address is www.1028 little minus sign productions.com, 1028productions.com. It'll bring you here. These are some of the other projects I'm working on and films I'm working on. But what we're going to talk about today is Disclosure Experience. And what I'll do is I'm going to play a video in just a little bit so you guys can get an idea what it's about, but just give you an idea who's going to be there. Mike Barra, Laura Eisenhower, John D'Souza, Tom Reed, who I said is going to be here on the 16th, Jim Goodall, Michael Schratt, and I got 2 more slots I'm working on filling right there. Brad Olson, David Rodriguez, Tony Rodriguez, Ryan Patrick Burns, who has the ranch next door to Skinwalker Ranch, Rex Bear. And we got some people that I'm just waiting on confirmation to fill these blanks right here. But we got that. And then the next following weekend, we got Brooks Agnew, Mike Barra, JJ Ainsworth, and Marina Serene from Spain. It's her first time in the United States and her first big thing. So, it's going to be good for her. And then we got Laura Eisenhower, Lily Nova, Daryl James, Aaron Kuhn, and Tyler Kiwala. And then the next week we have Camille James Harmon, Jeff Harmon, who I was going to have today, but I screwed up. So once again, to him and everybody, my bad. Christopher LaPrath and Michael Mazzala, who did the film Close Encounters of the Fourth Kind, Unacknowledged, and several others. And we also have Travis Walton, no explanation who that is, Quincy Roser from Dark Hour Paranormal and Third Phase of Moon, James C. Goodall, and Ben Chastain from Edge of Wonders. So it's going to be huge. And the little saying is, have you ever, well, here, I'll just play the video and then you guys can tell me what you think. It's a really great package. It isn't just a ticket price. You're getting hotel, food, meals, barbecue, open bar, entertainment, transportation to and from the hotel to the ranch. Just really awesome quality time sitting under the stars at a ranch with these amazing people. And there'll be workshops and I don't know. I'm allowing each speaker. I'm giving them each. There's 4 speakers a week. Okay, it's not all of them at once. Like I said, it's multiple weekends, multiple events. So the first one, and if anybody wants to do multiple, and let me know. We'll talk, because it's a hefty thing. But there's a lot involved. Like I said, the hotel, the food, the alcohol, the barbecue, the ranch, the speakers, anyway, all that. So, but yeah, it's going for $1980 right now. It's a sale. It was going to be $2,500, but I bumped it down to $1980. I love that year. And you get it now. Get your seat. There's only 20 spots per week. So I'm going to see John P. Adventures. Hello, how are you, sir? He's here. Paul's here. I'll just give you guys a little taste. There you go. It's a real laid-back show because I screwed up and forgot about scheduling. It's my security system. All right, so let's see here. Where was I? Oh, guys, enough. I'm on the air. All right, so here we go. Media assets, and then shush. It'll be quiet here in just a second. Check this out.
Have you ever attended a large conference or event with hundreds of attendees? One that features notable speakers that you hope to ask a single question or at least get an autograph or selfie? Well, the time has come for the opportunity of a lifetime. 1028 Productions and Entertainment is pleased to announce our exclusive inclusive events occurring each weekend in May and June 2025. These events will be held at a private 40-acre ranch in the White Mountains of Arizona. You and 19 other VIP guests will have a once-in-a-lifetime weekend to spend quality time with prominent speakers. The weekend includes discussions, activities, workshops, UFO watching, campfires, meals, barbecues, and nightly entertainment. Scheduled to attend are Tony Rodriguez, James C. Goodall, Michael Schratt.
You're going to DE 25.
Ben Chasteen, Brad Olson, David Nino Rodriguez, Ryan Patrick Burns.
Holy shit.
Oh yes, but wait, there's more. Travis Walton, Quincy Roser, Rex Bear, Brooks Agnew, Mike Barra, J.J. Ainsworth, Marina Seren.
So many to choose from.
Can I continue? Laura Eisenhower, Lily Nova, Daryl James, Aaron Kuhn, and Tyler Kiwala, Jeff Harmon, Camille James Harmon, John D'Souza, Tom Reed, Christopher LaPrath, and Michael Mazzola. Your registration fee covers meals, lodging, and open bar, and musical entertainment on Saturday and Sunday nights. Lodging will be provided at our local hotel, the Green Tree Inn, for said weekend. April 20th is the final deadline. For more detailed information and to register for one of these events, go to 1028productions.com/DEE25. Reserve your spot today, as there is limited availability.
Thank you very much, John P. Adventures. Appreciate that. It's been a lot of work to get this amazing, just a cornucopia of talented people and educated people together, and giving the viewers the opportunity not just to go to an event, spend a whole bunch of money on really overly expensive hotels. By the way, I got the hotels for like a package deal. That's why it's, yeah. So, and then you spend all that money, and then you spend the money on food, and then transportation, and what do you call them? Ubers. You get to the place, you stand in line, you go, and there's like hundreds, if not thousands, of people there. And you see the lecture, you do the workshops, whatever, but you're just a simple little minnow in a sea of minnows, right? And you may get the chance to get in line and ask a question at the microphone, but then you get up there and you're a little like frozen up, right? You're nervous. There's a lot of people staring at you. I get it. It sucks. So what if you didn't have to worry about all that? What if you could ask more than one question? What if you could wine and dine with these speakers for a beautiful weekend in the White Mountains of Arizona? What would you pay for that? So the price tag is pretty darn good, but everybody's taken care of. The only thing that's not covered is travel to Philo, Arizona. That's the only thing, because don't know where everybody's coming from, couldn't budget it, didn't have, it's different for everybody. So hopefully that and just a really good deal will be enticing. And there's only so many tickets. There's 20 per weekend. Now, if you're somebody that wants to go multiple, we can discuss something. We can correspond and talk about doing something. But yeah, so there we go. And since I screwed up and we don't have Jeff on today, he'll be on the 16th of April. I thought I'd answer some questions if anybody out there had any. So yeah, if anybody had any questions on this, and did I explain it enough to people? I mean, I don't know. Doing all this, the web design and the booking and everything by myself, and I've drowned in it really. So I may have some goofs here and there, some misspells. So please forgive me. But just one guy. I don't have a board of directors helping me with this, so that would be nice. So, but it's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be something. It's going to be a weekend unlike any other. Yeah, it's great to go to the conventions. It's great to get autographs and maybe a selfie. But, you know, what if you had more? You know, what if you didn't have to like fight your way through a crowd to get an autograph? What if you could sit around and shoot videos around the bonfire, under the stars, or around the barbecue pit? I mean, I think that credibility goes a lot further than just a snapshot at a Comic-Con, don't you think? And what would you pay for that? Well, that's why I said the way I've set it up. It's you know how they say smaller classes are better for students. Same scenario. You know, make this more inclusive, exclusive, and give the viewers and the fans the opportunity to I mean, pick their brain, ask those questions, and believe, you know, if you do, don't hijack their whole weekend from everybody else. But you know, see what I'm saying? That's the goal, and that's the experience, as well as the fact that you and 19 others are going to have this experience. This isn't streamed. This ain't gonna be live streamed. None of that. Now we will have podcasters, or some of these people have their podcasts, and they will be broadcasting from the facility. But there's no live stream because this is for those 20 people and those 4 speakers. So if you're looking for something unique and different, even maybe if it's a gift for somebody, any one of these speakers that you know, somebody's just like, oh my God, I've always wanted to meet Laura Eisenhower or John D'Souza. This is that opportunity. There's no limit. Well, there is a limit, but it's a half a day. Each speaker, you're their class for half a day. If they want to do meditation or remote viewing training, which I know that will be done at one of the events, or you want to go on a hike, or I don't know, whatever, they're the teacher and you're the students, and you get to experience something great, you know, with a bar. Now the open bar, is not included at the hotel. I was watching it and I was like, you know, maybe I should be a little more clear on that. The open bar, you can drink at the bar at the hotel, but you just got to pay for it. The open bar is at the ranch. So that's why we're driving people back and forth, you know, morning there and then evening back. So and there is, you know, if there was an emergency, we could transport, you know, any time of day, no big deal. But I'm giving these speakers an opportunity to do something that they don't really get to do unless they venture out on their own and they do it how they want, which is fantastic. But this is a great opportunity to let these people blossom, to try something new with a crowd. You know, who knows? Like a comedian trying out some new lines. Who knows? It's going to be. Let's see. Oh yes. Thank you very much. Paul made a good point. Now people are like, Sholo, where's Sholo? Well, you can look it up. We're not in the Bermuda Triangle, but we're a good 3 hours from everything. So how you would get here, and once you get here, we can pick you up at the airport and all that. That's fine. We just can't take care of the transportation because everybody, some people want to go first class. I ain't paying for that. but yeah, you come into Sholo, Arizona, Sholo Airport, and our airline is Contour Airlines, and they just got a new jet that holds 30 people, and it's swank. So, and what was used to be, well, drive time is 3 hours exactly from the airport, Phoenix area, up to the Sholo area. But by plane or puddle jumper, as some of us call it, you can go from Phoenix to Sholo in under like 20, I think it's under 30 minutes, but I was told once they had really good, weather, and they were able to do it in 15 minutes up from Sky Harbor Airport in Phoenix up to Sholo Airport. So, and I think that it's like $100. Yes, yes. Those are my bells. Anyway, so yes, anyone can use Contour Airlines if you use what are those travel apps? I just went blank. Travelocity or anyway, stuff like that. You can punch in Sholo Airport and it'll pull it up and add that in. I think I think she said if you book within 2 weeks before you fly, it's less than $100. So now, if that was one way or round trip, I cannot remember right now off the top of my head. But it's easy to just find out. It's very, very cheap. But once you get here, it's like you come on a cruise ship with your friends, or rent a yacht for the weekend, but at a ranch. Now you will have the hotel, so you're not going to be in the sticks, spending the night under the stars, which I'm sure some would probably want to do that. But there's wild animals and elk and stuff that roam freely everywhere. So we want you to, wake up and you got a big old elk. Anyway, enough of that. So hello. How are you, sir? How are you? Been a while, Mr. Bauer, but yeah, I've just been working on getting this done, and just the lineup is just wow. The fact that these people want to come to my event, it blows my mind. And most of them are dear friends. Now, I'm excited to meet David Nino Rodriguez, and Tony's been on my show. Tony Rodriguez has been on my show. Ryan has not. Oh no, he was. He came on last week, I think. Was he? Yeah, wasn't it? Yeah, I think that's what it was. But yeah, he was here, and so much going on. Okay, now the other thing I wanted to talk about. Oh, yes, this is so vital, and I don't know why I put this up front. All right, if you go and you're checking out the site, let's do it together. Let's do it together. Let's say you want to go to. We're just gonna random. Okay, Rodriguez, right? Okay, so here we go. Click on the ticket. It's going to take you to that event. Now that's got Ryan there, but here's everybody else. You can flip through who's going to be there. And we're going to do 2,500, but brought it down because everything in the economy and everything. So 1980. Now you're going, oh my God, this is so much money. I don't have it. It's like, there's a payment for this, a payment for that. Well, if you click on add and then you go up here to the cart, which, oh, wait, you're not seeing it. Oh, that sucks. Hold on a second. Let me fix this real quick. My bad. We want to show window. There we go. All right, my bad. There we are, folks. So I'm going to go. So originally, you click on the ticket. It'll bring you to that weekend. And I have weekend number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And you can click how many tickets you want. You add it to cart. And we're not actually going to do this. We're just going to run it there. Okay, added. Oh, shoot. Now I got 3 in here. Okay. Let me take all these out. All right. So there's one, 1980. Now, when you click on checkout, okay, you're going to love this. I've never got to do this before. All right. You can pay with any kind of credit card, Apple Pay, but you can also do payment plans. After you do your email and everything and sign, then it'll take you to payment, and you can do it in installments. So I hope that eases some oh my God, I get it. But when you think about it, you're usually going to spend a lot more getting the hotel individually and buying the meals individually instead of us having a big old party for a weekend. So let's see. Money penny. You just put something in here. Where is it? Wait, oh, where's my mouse? There it is. Paul said, just looked up Friday, May 2nd, Friday from Phoenix to Sholo, one-way price, $58.99, folks. Did you hear that again? $58.99. Act now. Thank you so much for that, Paul. I do appreciate that. That helps, drive the point that I'm trying to make this as what's the word I'm looking for? Economically, most accessible. I guess, I don't know. Maybe that's what I'm saying. But anyway, so there's a payment plan. So you could pay, I think it's like a quarter of it down, and then you do it in 4 to 6 weeks or some payments. I'm not sure. Haven't gone that far. But yeah, that's how you do that. And it's same with any of the others. Let me close that so it doesn't. So you want to see Mike Barrett, let's say it's Brooks Agnew, boom, pull it up, add to your cart. Cart's up in the top corner. Just in case you guys didn't see it the first time. It shows which weekend you're going to, who's at it, how many people you're going to bring, and it will stop once we hit 20. So that's what I'm saying. If you want to come with a friend, you're going to want to sign up now. Okay. Now, let's see. So yeah, so that's how that works. And I put all that together myself. Thank you to Squarespace. They helped. And this payment thing, I'm really excited about that. Because I get it. But if you're going to go to Vegas, you're going to go on a cruise, you're going to go to the beach, you're going to spend some money. And this, I mean, if you just walked up to, people at events, let's say you go to a convention and all these people are there, and you're like asking people, how much would you pay to hang out with just 4 of these celebs for the weekend? What would you pay? See what the response is. It's a good deal. So, but thank you so much for Paul for putting that out again. Once again, just an example, one way, 50. So like I said, about $120 for a round trip from here to Sky Harbor and back, or vice versa. So, yeah. And then whatever your flight is. Now, if you got flight miles and you got air miles, there you go. Oompa. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm going to get rid of that for a minute. And Dan is here. He says, what a great event. So want to do this. Well, thank you, Dan. I hope you do. I hope 20 different people or 20 people will do it every weekend just for these 8 weeks. And it's something that, these, I got to talk about. Let me talk to you about these speakers. These speakers, okay? All of them. I'm going to bring this back up so you see what I'm talking about. All of these speakers, starting at the top, okay? Especially these top ones, Mike Barrett and Laura and John, Tom. I mean, they're on the circuit, okay? They're on the circuit. Nino, he's got his own show, and a lot of them have their own shows, but they're all about getting the truth out, okay? And for the past several years that I did Disclosure Con, a lot of them came and were willing to do the shows for free. 1, to help me. 2, because they're passionate about what they talk about. Money helps them, and it is kind of a job for them. But a lot of places, they have to depend on their book sales at their booth or how many autographs, whatever. It's usually not just because you got to, because they spoke. There are some conventions, people don't know about this, that it's pay to play. If you pay them, they'll give you a spot. I'm not down with that. So I've never done that. I've never done that with any of my guests that come to my events. I always take really good care of them and give them the best that I can offer here on the mountain, and they keep coming back. And when I offered this up, none of them batted an eye. They were like, sign me up. Let's do it. Let's go. Sign me up. Because they knew we have a good time. And the fact that this is something that just doesn't normally happen. Dr. Stubiger, he does a thing with, 15, 20 people, and they go out on the beach and they watch the stars and everything, and fantastic little summoning UFOs and spirit. That's fantastic. God bless them. The price of that 2-3 night thing is more than half of what I'm offering here, where you get 4 amazing speakers and you get to hang out with them. Not just be lectured to. That sounded bad, but lectures. They're doing lectures, not like that kind of lecture. And this is a more relaxed environment where if you were like, hey, can I pull you aside for a moment? You have that opportunity. And you're not going to have show promoters going, oh, come on, we got to get him on stage. None of that crap. They get a half day from breakfast to lunch. And then the next one gets from lunch to dinner. And then we plan on having entertainment for our guests at night, open bar, dance floor, and a beautiful, beautiful night sky. And so all of them are very, very excited about this because they've never done anything like this. And they're jazzed. So, and the fact that it's only 20 people, one, it's easier to maintain on a 40-acre ranch, but also it's like the small classes with teachers thing. There's more quality time that you don't have to go, oh, can I get a selfie? You can just sit there. Hush up. I'm telling a story. Sorry about that. And enough. Hey, enough. I'm on the air, dogs. Oh my goodness gracious. Live, people. Gotta love it. Oh yeah, and Paul has been there. He's helped me out with some refurbishing of the facility. We built a 40-foot by 14-foot deck, and it's sweet. And it has a Robinson Crusoe, Swiss Family Robinson vibe with the tree rails and rope. It's just, I was really proud of it. That was good. And Paul was there. He helped me out. I'm so appreciative of that. But yeah, the facility is amazing. And I want to share it with some really cool people. So with the ranch, and I said, can I do this? And he was like, yeah, sure, let's do this. Let's give it a shot. So here we are. We're giving it a shot. We're going to do this, and hope to have 20 amazing people at this event, or each of these events, over an 8-week period during May and June. And it's the best time of year with weather because there's no, the monsoons come after. They come in July. So, and before that, it's like, shoot, today we had snow again. Not heavy, but enough to go, damn it, And so it's a better time of year. And everything's like green. It's just beautiful pine trees, everything. Just look up Pine Top Lakeside, Arizona, or Sholo, Arizona. It's gorgeous up here. It's a beautiful small town, and my guests love coming here. So come on up, hang out with us, and have an experience like you've never had before at Disclosure Experience 2025. So I'm probably gonna it's 20 going on 30 minutes, so I'm gonna wrap it up. Apologies again to Jeff Harmon for messing up the I just didn't know what day it was. April Fool's just went right over my head, and I'm thinking it was Tuesday, and so we'll have him back. And I appreciate him and Camille's patience on that. It was just, a goof. So, what else? All right, yeah, I think I'm gonna go find a Vietnamese restaurant. See if I can make some money. Get. I love my white piranhas. Anyway, thanks for the few of you that hung out. Please share this, let people know. You can share go to if you're on YouTube, then the page you're at, there is the ad, the promo, just click on it. You can share it, put it out there, be my guest, help a brother out. You only do so much, but it will be an experience of a lifetime, and you and these 19 others and these 4 speakers will have a bond that no one else will have. Another reason why I'm not live streaming anything, give everybody that, this was our time. This was our moments, So that comes to the price tag. So I hope you all can do it. And remember, we have payment plans. So don't fret when you see it, but break it all down. You'll be like, oh, yeah, that's a pretty good deal. All right. And the Green Tree Inn is beautiful in Pine Top. It's gorgeous. They have a swimming pool, indoor, and bar, all that stuff. So yeah. All right. I think I'm going to wrap it up right at 3:31. Remember, folks, as long as we all lift each other up, we will all rise together. My name is Doc Skinner. This is the Doc Skinner podcast. And I have an outro, which was made for me for my previous show by a gentleman who is so freaking awesome. And he likes to play guitar on top of gigantic windmills. So until tomorrow. Oh, and tomorrow I have, yes, just double checking. I've got Ben Chastain from Edge of Wonder and crash site recovery researcher. I think it's the best way to say it. Michael Schratt. You may have seen him on many, many documentaries, as well as Third Phase of the Moon and others. They will be joining me tomorrow. So it will be a good big day, and that'll go for a full hour. I just don't want to sit here and loop about the event for a whole hour. I think that'd be a little like banging it over the head. That's why we have the rewind button, right? All right. So yes, join me tomorrow. Michael Schratt, Ben Chastain, and then next week, minus if we don't have Armageddon or anything, it'll be Camille James Harmon. You might recognize her. She's an actress. She's been in many films and TV shows and stuff, and an experiencer. And she'll be joined by, is that right? Yeah, Rex Bear from the League Project. So that's next Tuesday. And then, of course, on the 9th, Wednesday, we have Brooks Agnew. And then on the 10th, we have Laura Eisenhower and Mike Vera. Then on the next Tuesday, the 15th, we have Christopher LaPrath and Michael Mazzola. I'm going to hold this over here. And then on the 16th, we got Tom Reed and Jeff Harmon. On the 17th, Laura Eisenhower will be joining us again. And there's a couple others that, like David Reno Rodriguez. Nino, got to get him on there. Yeah, so please share this with everybody. And hope to see some of you there. I hope to get to meet some people that have been following and watching for years. And, now we finally have the opportunity to relax. Whereas Comic-Con, I didn't have time to talk to really anybody. So let's see what a great. So I want to do this. Yes. All right. Yeah, that's it, folks. Remember, down from Phoenix to Sholo, $58.99. As long as it's like 2 weeks in advance, dude, it's cheap and it's great. It's fast. Unless you want to drive, if you want to rent a car, that's cool. It's worth it. The drive is beautiful. It's just 3 hours. All right. Well, thank you for everybody. John P., Paul, Dan, Bauer, everybody that joined me today. I appreciate you. I'll be back again tomorrow with some amazing guests right here on Doc Skinner Podcast. Now, I'm going to hit the button for my outro. Good night, everybody. Play. You're not going to play? Just have to do it this way.